Good morning. What better way to start the day? Be today's change. I am your host, Charles Von Gaston. Let's get it. Good morning. What better way to start the day? Be today's change. I am your host, Charles Von Gaston, and I am very excited. Happy Rory Crush Wednesday. I have another great message for you. And I'm going to be honest with you. This message is very personal. This is something like, listen, these messages that I give, these come to me throughout the week. I like to just think and often get different ideas, and then when it comes time to record, I'm like, that's it. That was the message. That was it. It just hits me. And so I'm going to be honest with you. This message has been on my mind for a couple of days now, and really I didn't even want to give this message because I'm really telling a lot about myself, and I'm really kind of opening up and giving you all some insight to a very personal experience in my life, something that I kind of look back on and I'm like, man, like, you know, if I could do that all over again, I would change things. And so with that being said, let's get into today's message. It's a good one. I'm excited. So today's message, the overall theme, the title, everything of today's message is, what good is playing time if you're not having fun? Now, for a lot of people that know me, when you hear this message, you're going to be like, wow, like that's crazy. I can understand that. I can feel that, right? So where this message comes from, my sophomore year of college, right? So a lot of you know I went to Baldwin Wallace University, and I was playing football. You know, I was a quarterback. I played quarterback in high school. Went to college as a quarterback freshman year. Played quarterback in sophomore year. Going into the sophomore season, that summer I trained. I was grinding. I was in the best physical shape that I've ever been in my life. I mean, it was just crazy. I was quicker. I was faster. I was stronger than I've ever been. And I entered that season so very confident, right? And now, at the time, my quarterback coach, he saw how much I had progressed, right, physically. He saw that I was quicker and different things like that. And now, you know, remind you, I was not the starter. I was not the starting quarterback. And so my quarterback coach said, man, like, you know, I can see the effort. I can see all the work you've been putting in. And, you know, a lot of the coaches and I, we've been talking, and we think, you know, we want you to get on the field. We want to put, you know, we want your efforts to be, you know, we want them to be for a reason. And so I'm like, okay, I'm listening. And he's like, you know, what would you think about switching to running back? And at the time, I was just thinking, and I'm like, man, I said, you know, can you give me some time to think about it? Just let me think on it for a second. And I went back, you know, to my dorm room, and I was just thinking, and, you know, in high school, I actually got this same exact conversation. My sophomore year of high school as well. I switched to running back my sophomore year of high school, and I mean, I had a great season. But then after that, I switched back, and I was a quarterback, and that's how I finished my high school career. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you know, I can do that. I want to get on the field. You know what I mean? And so I made that change. And after I made that change, after I made that switch, the game of football went from being something fun, something that I enjoy doing, to, kind of a task. It was no longer fun to me. My passion was playing quarterback, but I allowed this drive and this determination to see the field to stop me from really doing what I was very passionate about. It stopped me from doing and playing the position that I actually wanted to play. I wanted to get on the field so bad that I wasn't patient enough to say, you know what, no, I'm a quarterback. I'm not changing. I mean, that's what I am. It's either, if you want my skill set, it's either you're going to play that or you're not going to play me at all. And I'll just continue to keep getting better until my time comes. But my moment will come. That's what I should have said, but I didn't. I changed. And then later on that season, I actually ended up getting injured as a running back. I sprained my MCL, and that was my final season playing football. And I think about it so very often. But I tell that story to help somebody. Because one, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So there was a reason why all that happened. So I don't regret it. I don't say, man, you're stupid. Like, you shouldn't have made that decision. No, I'm not telling myself that, because after that I went on to do so many different great things at my university outside of being just a football player and just being an athlete, right? But I say all that to say this. For a lot of you listening, there's going to be a lot of people in our lives that are going to try to tell us, listen, you should do this. Or you know what? Maybe you shouldn't be this. I think you will fit better here. But you don't have to listen to the suggestions. That's all that they are, suggestions. You determine your outcome. You determine what's going to happen in your life. You are in control. And we have to have this understanding when we're on the road to success and we're climbing to new levels. Right? We're climbing to new levels in greatness. But you have to be strong in you. You have to listen. We just talked about this in the last episode. You have to be strong, unapologetically you. And this really stems off of that, is saying that you can't waver in who you are, or you can't waver in your belief, or you can't waver in your ideology of what you are and what your mission is. Now that was something, this is a message that I wish I would have told myself back then. Because I definitely, like I said, I don't regret it, but I definitely would have changed how I handled the situation. But to be honest with you, I learned from it. I grew from it. Because now moving forward, I'm not wavering. I know who I am and I know what my purpose is. And that is the message. That's what I want you all to understand, that on the road to success, we have to have this understanding of who we are, right? Helen Keller has a quote that says, our worst foes are not belligerent circumstances, but it's wavering spirits. We cannot waver. We have to stay strong. We have to stand firm in who we are and understand who we are. And that's the message. That right there is the message that I have for you all on today. Listen, if we are on this journey to success, if we're going to climb to new levels, we cannot allow the suggestions to throw us off, right? But even when it does, even when we do get to that point, we have to learn from it. We have to keep moving and keep growing, because there's no backward steps, right? We're forgetting the things that's in the past, right? We're moving forward. We have to keep our eyes on the road, and we can't waver. Right? Exactly. This is exactly all of the messages that I've given in this season all add up to this right here. This right here. But that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to be strong. We're going to attack the rest of the week, and we're going to know exactly who we are. We're going to be strong. We're going to stand firm. We're not going to waver just because someone gives a suggestion on what's best for us. No one knows what's best for us outside of us. So take some time. Take some time. Take some time to yourself to just think, to reflect, and understand what's best for you. And when you find what's best for you, you stand strong in it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. That's the message that I have for you all on today. Happy Rory Crush Wednesday. Listen, I will see you all. Well, I won't see you all, but you will see me next week. Honestly, all the feedback that you've been giving me, everything, I truly appreciate it. Like I say every single week, you are the reason why I do this. So with that being said, what better way to start the day? Be today's change. I am your host, Charles Von Gaston. Let's get it.